Alright, on to Bob's project. I'll probably upload this before I upload Laura's project. First thing I notice is the was not spark plug cap was not on there. So he must have the spark plug out maybe. Bob also suffered what I would call the stale gas syndrome. There's still some stale gas in there. Oh, you know what? That smells like he put fresh gas in there. What was this one? What did Bob tell me? I was pretty sure Bob said he couldn't get this thing to run. So, I don't know what Bob did to it, but let's see. These older guys usually had the button. So, oh, smells a little sour. Ooh, stinky. Alright, well, again, you can throw these on their lids. Try not to, I'm sorry about that. You get the shutter down. That's a 7/8 or I don't know, something like that. Well, sorry, not 7/8, 7/16. 7/8. 3/8 would be the logical one there, but it is not a 3/8, it is a 7/16. Cobalty. Yeah. I don't even know where that lens is at. There we go. Ooh. Yep, 7/16. Get yourself a rag, especially if you're doing this at someone else's house. I got hay all over my garage. Try to jam this up under here. And, yep. Oh yeah, that is a sticky situation. Ooh, so sticky, I can't even turn it out. Oh my gosh. I don't need the sound effects, but is this thing not ratcheting? Oh, I need to go over to Lowe's and get an exchange on that guy. There's something else kind of jammed up in here. Some of these get so nasty. Yeah. That's with that. What you do with these, I need to see all that. Pull these apart. Same thing, you get your guitar string out of your sandwich and some carb cleaner and you clean that out. And you can usually find the spot where the little hole is going to be at just by looking at the unit there. And we'll grab some carb cleaner. See if we can find the B string, the B string, guitar string that I had. Or G string, so just A string. Poke in there. Of course, you know how that goes. Alright, well, neighbor has Oldsmobile that he's trying to drag race. So I know you can barely see it, but there's a little tiny pickle pole there. And you just want to clean those holes out as well as you can. And then in the center, after you pull this off, there's another hole that, see, that one's got a lot of varnish in it. And then this one, yeah, if you can find the center hole. I end up looking at the back of my head because and I can show you on a different carburetor that I have already pulled apart. Yeah, crazy. I cannot hit the hole with the camera on the way, so let's do this. Let's zoom in here. Maybe we can get a pretty decent shot on that, and maybe I can get my bald head in there a little better. I feel like I'm getting to where I gotta go. Alright, how about some light? That doesn't really help. Something. There we go. You'll know you're in because you can go all the way. And I gotta pull this apart because Bob said the gas is leaking. So I think Bob said the gas may have been leaking from over here. It might be this petcock, or he might have said it was from the carburetor itself. So while we're at it, sorry we're zoomed in there, we'll pull the housing off of this carburetor. Put the carburetor back together first. And same thing here. You can check needle height and stuff like that in here if you got a run problem. But we don't have a run problem with this. He said it leaks, but I don't think it ran at all either, because that carburetor was pretty well clogged up and plugged up. And then put your idle screw, pickup screw back together. Sometimes I have seals around for these because sometimes when you pull these apart, the seals get ripped and torn, and you know these they're never People don't do what they should do with them during the storage periods, which is push the little purge button. There's a purge button on the bottom of these. And these are removed now from the newer units because the EPA doesn't want you doing that. And the ethanol will absolutely screw up everything in your unit. Now he's got it in the on position right now. So break this deck lid. Needs to go. I don't see gas leaking at this point, but there is not a whole lot of gas in here. So we're gonna find a gas can. Pull it apart anyway because Bob was sticking that in. Oh, I know what that is. Idle screw was in a little too far. Most likely, hopefully. I think Bob was the one who was telling me he had a gas leak. But the fuel hose over on this side looks like it's brand new, honestly. So we'll put a piece of cardboard under it and see, come back out in about an hour or so and see if there's any weeping and leaking. Looks like it's brand new hose. The other issue, well, you know, okay, so Bob was saying that it was leaking, and the reason that it was probably leaking, and I'm just thinking about this now, was because the needle was probably stuck. And that happens because the shellac and the carburetor gets hung up in there. Let's see if we can find a form of stroker. And I know this is elaborated all over, but this is pretty much just for Bob. So when this float gets stuck on the up position, you'll have on like this guy here, air intake now. These units have a small intake that's here. It's actually level with like the top of the carburetor is a little, they call them a Welch plug or whatever. Let me see if I can find snowblower one to better explain that. And I'm just pile of crap up. Somewhere I probably got a brand new one, right? Gets this one off the outside. Brings it cracking. Stuff. When you're looking for it, you can't find it. And when you don't need it, you can find it. What do you got here? Yeah. Anyway, that's probably what was happening. So one of the ways you avoid that is you run clean gas. But we will we'll put a piece of cardboard under there and see what's going on. See if we got any leaks or weeps, or and we'll just sweep with the floor, I guess, too. I'll come back in an hour. I'll look around.